So I've been collecting every single player that I can get my hands on, from GOAT Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, yes, we got him, Invincible point guard Jokic, yes, he can play the point guard position, and even some of the best 100 overall players like Yao Ming. And now it's time to reveal the new best team in NBA 2K25 MyTeam with my new God Squad, and I'm gonna tell you right now, you're not ready. Yes, sir! You already know what time it is. You read the title, you saw the intro. It's time to build the new God Squad because I've been reading the comments and you guys have been asking for this. And so in this video, I'm going to be building the God Squad for the first time ever, revealing it, and on top of that, I'm actually challenging every single one of you guys to a game of my team. So if you want to play me and the new God Squad for a future video, all you got to do right now is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know down below in the comments who your point guard is. Let me know your shooting guard, let me know your small forward, let me know your power forward and your center, and I'm going to be picking multiple people to play against for a future video, so get ready for that. But for this one, again, we're going to be revealing the new God Squad, and if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's get right into it, because the first player that we got to bring in is going to be my boy Victor's a banana. Look at him, bro. Now you might think, oh, that's just an invincible. No, he's actually a GOAT card. A big shout out to my boy Freaky for making this beautiful card. As you know, I bought him for millions of MT, and the reason I'm saying that he's a GOAT card is because look at that. He has every single legend badge, the same as the GOAT cards that 2K has been releasing. So he basically is a GOAT player, and you know we gotta start off strong. And so Victor's a banana. Welcome to the new God Squad. And speaking of a GOAT, you know who else I gotta add, right? It's my boy Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up in here. Hey, this is how you know that I'm not messing around. And I do want to apologize to my wallets because my wallets is never going to be the same after what I did to it, after getting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So, you know, F's in the chat for my boy, because my wallets, you know, GG's. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up in here, he's going to be the power forward for the new God Squad because he's 7'2". He also has every single legend badge. So that's why I'm saying Wemby is also a GOAT card. So I basically have 2 GOAT cards already for the new God Squad, and we're just getting started, because when it comes to any great team, you gotta have someone that can go out there and get you buckets. And for my small forward, I'm gonna bring in, I have a lot of options. You can see it right here. I've been playing with a lot of players throughout the year. You know, Vince Carter, one of my favorite cards. You know, when it came to this year's my team, we obviously got LeBron James, but we gotta give the spots to an invincible, and that's gonna be Kevin Durant, bro. Basically also a GOAT card. He's 6'10" at the small forward position. Yes, we're out here cheesing. We have the size, we have the big boys, and it's only gonna get bigger and better. So at the moment, my 3 right here, amazing. Now when it comes to the point guard position, you always need a leader, and I have a lot of options at the point guard position. Literally, look at all the point guards I have. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Some of these are better than Invincible and 100 overall players when it comes to Dark Matters. But when it comes to the new God Squad, I gotta go with the biggest one. And that's actually going to be, yeah, you guys saw the intro. We gotta bring in Jokic, the Joker, bro. 6'11". Oh my goodness. Also basically a GOAT card. I gave him legend badges. I have done gameplays for every single one of these players, by the way. The Kareem gameplay, amazing. Kevin Durant gameplay, insane. Jokic gameplay, that one was wild. And so right now the team is coming along, but now we need that shooting guard position. And I wish I could tell you that I'm going to bring in Kobe Bryant. Like, I really wish I could tell you that, because Kobe has always been part of my God Squads. If you guys have been watching me for years, then you know that I always bring in Kobe Bryant, but unfortunately we cannot do that this year. So that really sucks. And by the way, 2K, if you're watching this video, you got to find a way to add Kobe Bryant back into my team. So unfortunately, again, I cannot add him to the God Squad. But when it comes to the shooting guard position, we have had some really good cards throughout the year. You know, for example, my boy Dr. J, he's been one of the best cards in my team, from his pink diamond to his dark matter, and of course the invincible. We got Vince Carter, like I mentioned earlier. We got Paul George, but I'm actually gonna go with a legendary player, someone that has been historically great for years, just like Kobe Bryant, and that's gonna be my boy Rudy. He's always happy. Look at my boy. I'm gonna tell you right now, literally one of my favorite cards to use right now in my team. You guys know I'm always playing Park, and Rudy, he's just one of those cards that you just go out there, ISO, and score buckets and buckets and buckets. And again, he's been a legendary player every single year. When it comes to 2K MyTeam, it doesn't matter. This man is him, and he's gonna be joining the new God Squad. And bang! You guys gotta tell me, what do you think about the starting lineup so far? I want you to rate it 1 to 10. 10 being the best team you've ever seen, 0 being the worst team you've ever seen. And I'm telling you right now, 6'11" point guard, 6'8" shooting guard, 6'10" small forward, 7'2" power forward, and a 7'4" center. Yeah, the cheese is only gonna get cheesier because next up, you know we need some great backups, right? I gotta bring in the center himself. You know who I'm talking about, Yao Ming! Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming, Yao Ming. Look at this monster, bro. 7'6". You know the team is crazy when you have Yao Ming off the bench, bro. That's insane because Wemby and Kareem way better than Yao Ming, but Yao Ming is still him. And so he's going to be the backup to Wemby. Now, when it comes to the power forward position, I actually have so many good options here too because I've been loving Tim Duncan ever since they added him, obviously, for a level 40 reward. You guys know Wilt the Stilt up in here. Bonus points if you know his career high. He's also really good, and he's 7'1". We do also have Chet. We got Porzingis, the unicorn up in here. Also Embiid, he kind of just popped up right here. And then, you know, a bunch of other options. Like, there's just so many different players we can run. I even have a dinosaur. That's how you know it's getting crazy up in here. But I think the person that I gotta go with is not Giannis, not Blake Griffin, even though Blake Griffin is definitely really good too. I gotta go with, you already know, baby. We're going with Wilt Chamberlain! 7'1" to back up Kareem. I literally have some of the best centers in the game with Kareem and Wilt Chamberlain, Yao Ming, and Wemby. You know we love the big boys up in here, so they're gonna be the backup to my GOAT cards, basically. And they are basically, you know, kind of GOAT tier as well. So that's gonna be the backups. And now when it comes to the small forward position, this one's also very difficult because we have so many players that we can run at the 3. You guys know the shooting guard, small forward, and point guard position have been very stacked this year. I kind of want to run my boy Paolo. He's really good as well. So many players in my collection at this point, and I'm going through them just to see exactly who I do want to bring in. And I gotta make a choice. Ooh, even Tim Thomas is really good too. But I think I gotta go with a card that I spent a lot of money to get, and that's gonna be, you know, as soon as I find him. Where is he? He's hiding. Where did he go? Oh my goodness, I lost him. He's literally nowhere to be found, guys. He just disappeared on me. Wait, where is he? Oh my goodness. I can't find. Okay, am I blind? Yeah, it's Blake Griffin. I gotta bring Blake Griffin up in here. He's gonna be the backup to Kevin Durant. This is literally the only Blake Griffin card we've gotten so far this year. That's why I'm saying they gotta find a way to bring back Kobe Bryant into my team. And Blake Griffin, if you saw the gameplay I did with him, I was dunking on everybody. And I still am with this card right here. So he's going to be the backup to KD. Loving what I'm seeing. Now, the shooting guard position, again, really wish I could go with Kobe. You know, I do have Michael Jordan. I got other shooting guards that I can definitely add to the squad as well. Some people even run point guards as their shooting guards, which I don't. I don't like doing that. Some of you guys do it. You know, at the end of the day, it is my team, not Carlos's team, even though this one is CarlosStory's team. So you get what I'm saying, but I think I gotta go with, again, one of the best cards we've seen all year, and that's gonna be the Doctor, bro. We gotta bring in Julius Erving just to show you, you know, the Pink Diamond one, amazing. You saw what I did with him in Park. Then we got the Dark Matter one, and now we got the Invincible! I still think he replaced Kobe this year, because I think 2K would have released, because he always comes out at the end of the year. Last year, he was the final GOAT card. The year before that, I think he was the final Invincible / GOAT card as well. And he's just always been at the end. So I feel like 2K kind of replaced Kobe with Dr. J in the meantime until they find a way to bring him back, of course. And so the Doctor, he's going to be the backup to Rudy up in here. And honestly, you know, if I want to do this, I can definitely do that as well. But at the moment, I do prefer Rudy over Dr. J. You know, just because, again, Rudy has 1 inch on him. And I just love his animations. And now, of course, we do need a backup point guard to Jokic. And my point guard position, I mean, man, there's so many players that can play the point guard position. You got 7-footers. You got even the donkey. You can even run a donkey at the point guard position. That's how you know 2K is wilding up in here. We're officially in endgame anyway. We got Shea, the MVP. We got Lonzo Ball up in here, the big baller. You already know. John Wall, Derrick Rose, all these different point guards. Even Jalen Brunson. Just kidding. Nobody plays with this card. One of the worst cards of all time. Literally, not just this year. Of all time, man. And so after thinking about it for a bit, I think we have to go with somebody that can play the point guard position that actually is a shooting guard. And that's going to be Jimmy Buckets up in here. Because, you know, he gets buckets. Look at Jimmy. I also showed him off as well. Love his animations, love his release, and he's also 6'7". So we definitely got some size up in here, and bang! So that's the 10-man rotation, right? Again, rate the team now, 1 to 10. Did it go up? Did it go down? Let me know. Because right now, we still got the final 3 spots to go with, right? The final 3 spots, honestly, it could go either way because, you know, I'm going to show you guys the whole collection. Right here, you guys can see all the players. I'll show you the collection a bit as well, but when it comes to the players that I want to bring in, I want to bring in players that I've been using all year. For example, like Zach Edey, I feel like I gotta bring him in, right? Also Michael Jordan, Weber, Porzingis. I feel like we gotta bring in Porzingis, right? He's just a demigod, so I'm gonna bring in Porzingis up in here mainly because he's also 7'2". So if I want to run him over Wilt, I definitely could. So we're gonna put him, you know, right here, and he's gonna be the 11th man. And then the next position, oops, my bad, did not mean to do that. The next player that we gotta bring in, I think for this one we gotta bring in another Invincible, right? Even though I definitely do want to bring in this Giannis, but he can't play small forward. In Park, he's definitely cheesy, overpowered, and broken. But when it comes to like 13-man, you know, rotation, a team, we gotta be smart about it. And I think I gotta bring in Tim Duncan, bro. Tim Duncan's just been so good. I can always bring in Tony Parker. Said nobody ever. But yeah, I think I'm gonna bring in my boy, where'd he go? Right here, Timmy D! Tim Duncan, back in the Kobe Bryant's era. This man, if you have him, you know exactly why he's on the God Squad, bro. One of the best cards 2K has released all year. And he was a season reward, so a lot of people got him. Unlike, you know, Kareem, which I think maybe like 50 people got him, if that. Maybe even less, honestly. I want you to tell me, how many people do you think got Kareem? And so Tim Duncan is going to be on the squad. And now when it comes to the 13th man, I just have all these players, you know? You guys got to tell me, like, if you could pick any card to get in my team to add to your team, who would you pick? Because I've been collecting all these cards, bro. We got Dark Matters for days, literally. I feel like I have every Dark Matter. I have so many 100 overall players, but I think we definitely have to give it to one of the top tier cards in my team, and also one of the best players we've seen throughout the history of 2K, and that's gonna be Paul George. Look at the Invincible, another level 40 reward that I feel like a lot of you guys do have, and he's also gonna be joining the God Squad. And on the count of 3, are you ready? 1, 2, and 3! Ladies and gentlemen, there's the new God Squad, the best team that I have ever assembled all year, with all the Invincibles, GOATS cards, and of course 100 overall players. However, though, we still gotta get more cards, right? Now, every time that I do build a God Squad, I always like asking 2K what they consider the best possible team with all the cards that I have in my team. And so let's take a look. Replace lineup with best available players, and let's see what 2K cooks up. What? Why do they have like 20 point guards off the bench? That's how you know 2K doesn't know their own game. They're out here wilding. So this is 2K's best team according to all the cards I have. But I have a feeling that you would agree that my team is better. And like I said, I challenge every single one of you guys to a game of my team. For the gameplay, I'm going to be playing you, because at the moment there's a lot of noobs with, you know, 2K making the game free. So I don't want to expose them. I want to expose you guys. So if you want to play me, comment down below and definitely stay tuned for that. In the meantime, check out the pack opening I did. Check out the squad builder. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.